Weatherman says it's supposed to be 106 degrees today. That's hot. That's like 41 degrees Celsius if you live across the pond. But the good news is we're coming into fall, summer's coming to a close, which means if you live in the valley like I do, you're headed into probably 8 months of the most amazing weather that you'll ever find anywhere. And if you're a business owner, fall and winter tend to be some of your very best months because, you know, the kids are back in school, there's no huge vacations, and you don't have to keep track of them anymore. And you also got a lot of big holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas and, you know, that kind of stuff. And for a lot of businesses, it's kind of a make or break period these next 4 months. On that note, I got an email from a client of mine yesterday, and it goes as follows. He said, "Hey Jay, I want to put together a video sales letter for my product, and I'm not sure where to start. Do you happen to have a template or something that I could use for reference? Thanks." And it turns out I do. And I sent it back to him, and I thought, what a great opportunity to teach it to you guys as well. So let's head on inside, and I'll run you through the process. Now, you may be under the false impression that the only people who can write effective sales copy are professional copywriters, and nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, after we get done today, with a little bit of practice, you ought to be able to crank out a really decent video sales letter in maybe 20 or 30 minutes. It's all about just having that practice, doing those repetitions, and having a nice template to go through so that you know that you're not missing any of the steps. Now, the one I'm going to be teaching you today is one that I have been using for years in my business, and I've also given it to my clients to use, and it works in pretty much any industry. It looks like this. We're going to start out with an open, then we're going to do a little dog whistle, then we're going to overcome skepticism, do a little reframing, do a reveal, follow up with a tutorial, and then finally present the offer. Now, before you go crazy thinking, Jason, that's so many steps. That's like 7 steps. I can't do 7 steps. I could do 3 steps, but I can't do 7 steps. Just relax. It's not that hard. This is actually really, really simple. All you have to do is just communicate what you've got to people. And to illustrate my point, I actually recorded a little sales letter, a little video sales letter using this template. And I want you to watch it now, and then we're gonna run through it piece by piece, and I'm gonna show you where I put in each one of these things and just how easy it is for you to build a video sales letter using this template. Well, hey there, Jason Stapleton here, and if you'd like to get more clients with less effort, then I'd like to show you the #1 thing that you can do to magically attract your very best prospects and have them coming to you pre-sold, ready to buy. Now, you probably feel like that's impossible, and honestly, I felt the same way until I broke down the sales process of 8 of the biggest marketing legends in history to find the similarities that they all share. Now, shockingly, the majority of entrepreneurs and even sales professionals don't know what you're about to learn. They think that people buy from them because they have the superior product or because they know how to handle objections. But that's never the reason that people buy. We buy from people we know, like, and trust. That's it. And the less someone knows about you, the less likely they are to purchase from you. Now, building trust and likability might seem like a difficult or a confusing process, but I've actually created a formula based on what I discovered during my research. I call it 4D branding. First, decide who you want to attract. Second, determine what they want. Third, solve the pain or problem that they have. And then finally, just demonstrate your ability to help them. And this is very easy to do. Let me show you exactly how it works. Okay, let me cut in for just a minute because I want to point out that at this phase of the video sales letter, I would actually go into detail on the 4D branding strategy, and I would outline each one of those steps and how the viewer of the video sales letter could model it in their business. I might even give them a few examples. And of course, we're not going to go into that today because this obviously isn't a video on 4D branding. But if you were watching up to this point and now you're a little disappointed that I'm not actually going to go through and explain 4D branding to you, that just proves how effective this sales letter is, that it piqued your interest, it got you excited about it, wanted to learn more. Now you move in and you're ready to get a little tutorial on it, and boom, no tutorial. But if you really want to see one and you want me to do one on 4D branding, just leave me a comment. And if I get enough of them, I'll do a full detailed presentation on how you can use 4D branding to grow your business. But anyway, let's go back to the video. And it's that easy. Now, if you'd like some help modeling this for your business, then you're in luck. I would love to personally work with you to help you develop a marketing strategy that's going to work for your business. Just click on the link below and we'll schedule a time to talk. So there it is. Not all that complicated, right? I mean, you're probably wondering how I got all 7 of those steps into that little short couple-minute video. Well, let's run through it step by step, going through each phase, and I'll show you exactly how it works. So we're going to start out with the open. And the open is so simple. It was, hey there, Jason Stapleton here. You don't need any more than that. You don't need a ton of talking and front end. It's one of the things that people do at the beginning of their videos that really costs them viewership is they spend too much time getting to the point of why you're there and getting that introduction out of the way. Now, after we get done with the introduction, we want to do a little dog whistle copy. Now, what is dog whistle copy? I don't know where this came from. I heard Dan Kennedy say it at one time, but dog whistle copy is copy that calls directly to the person that you want to talk to. Now, the way I did this was to simply say, if you'd like to get more clients with less effort, then I'd like to show you the #1 thing that you can do to magically attract your very best prospects and have them coming to you pre-sold and ready to buy. Now, the nice thing about this is, if that's not you, if you don't want more clients with less effort coming to you pre-sold, yada, 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 then you're probably going to shut off the video and move on. And that's fine, because the last thing that we want to do is hold someone's attention thinking that they're going to be getting value only to find out later that they're not. So by doing it this way, you're going to grab the attention. The person who is that, who does want that, is going to naturally now be sucked into the conversation. Now, we made some pretty big, bold claims in that dog whistle copy, didn't we? We told them we could get them more clients with less money. We can get them coming to you pre-sold and ready to buy. Naturally, there's going to be some skepticism by the viewer at this point. Says, hey, I'm interested, but I've heard this line before. So we've got to overcome that objection and address it head on. And the way we're going to use that is using the feel, felt, found method. Now, you probably feel like it's impossible, and honestly, I felt the same way until I broke down the sales process of 8 of the biggest marketing legends in history to find the similarities they all share. Feel, felt, found. I used find, but it's the same thing. Feel, felt, found. We're going to address the problem head on, and we're going to give them a reason why this time it's different. And so in this case, it's because, hey, I did a bunch of research, and after I got done, I found similarities in all of these different marketing folks, and I've got a formula for you. Now, after we've overcome the skepticism, we've got to reframe their perspective, because there's a pretty good chance, again, that what they think is important is not important or isn't going to be important to you as you're talking up through your sales letter. So we want to do a little bit of reframing, and this is how I did that. Shockingly, the majority of entrepreneurs and even sales professionals don't know what you're about to learn. Now, that's important. Why? Because that's secret information. We'll get into that in another video, but really cool way to kind of address and do some reframing. They think people buy from them because they have a superior product or because they know how to handle objections, but that's never the reason why we buy. We buy from people that we know, like, and trust. That's it. The less someone knows about you, the less likely they are to purchase from you. Now, building trust and likability might seem difficult or confusing, but I've actually created a formula based on what I discovered during my research. So that's how we're going to reframe in their mind what's important and what they should be focused on. Because they might have been focused on improving their product. They might have been focused on becoming a better closer. And what I've told them is, hey, that's not why people buy from you. They buy from you because they trust you, because they like you, because there's a relationship there. That's really, really important. And now that we've reframed them, we need to do the big reveal. We need to explain to them this strategy, this formula that you've come up with. I call it 4D branding. First, you decide who you want to attract. Second, you determine what they want. Third, diagnose and solve their pain or problem. And then finally, demonstrate your ability to help. And this is very easy to do, so let me show you how it actually works. And that is the big reveal. That's the payoff. So this whole time we've been building and building and building, and now we give them the thing, the strategy, and the 4 steps, the 4D branding strategy to do it. But what we haven't done is taught them how to use it. So we've revealed the secret to them, but they don't yet know how to take advantage of it. And that moves us into step number 6, which is the tutorial. And as I said before, I'm not going to go into the tutorial, but I would take a lot of time at this phase of the video sales letter to really walk them through each one of those steps and give them some examples of how they could use it in their business or in a couple of different businesses, so they know that, oh, it's not just working for you, Jason, it would actually work for me in my business as well. And then at the very end, very last thing is we make an offer. And in this case, My offer was just to get them to sign up for a free consultation. And it's that easy. Now, if you'd like some help modeling this for your business, then you're in luck. I would like to personally work with you to help you develop a marketing strategy that will work for your business. Just click on the link below and we'll schedule a time to talk. Now, you might have a direct offer. You might want them to go and buy something immediately after they're done, or sign up for a webinar, or pay for a consulting session. Whatever it is, this formula is going to work well for you no matter what industry that you're in. So give it a shot. Get out there, write a little bit down, test something out, go out and try something different. Keep this in your playbook, and every time you have to write a video sales letter, just pull it out and start running down the list of things, making sure that you don't miss out on anything. But one note of caution, it doesn't matter how good your video sales letter is. There is always going to be somebody who doesn't buy. And there's a variety of reasons why they might not purchase from you today, and sometimes ever. There's actually 5 of them. And I did a great video that will explain to you all 5 of those reasons why they don't buy, and will help you figure out how to overcome each one of those non-buying situations so that you can close more deals based on every single one of the video sales letters that you're doing. So go and watch that video right now, and I'll see you soon.